Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. With that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So I have been noticing something very, very interesting, and maybe I'm just, off a little bit on this. Maybe I'm just speculating, or maybe it's just a coincidence. But again, I've told you guys I don't believe in coincidences in this space. But I have been noticing something very, very different about this space. And what do I mean by that? Well, I've been noticing a direct connection with the announcements that Ripple is making to what the BIS is also announcing. Going back to May of 2023, we saw the full announcement of Ripple's CBDC platform, which also did include stablecoins. This was the official announcement from May 18th. Ripple launched a CBDC platform for the development of CBDCs and stablecoins. Now, this was fully focused on CBDC initiatives, and initially on this announcement, if you went over to the website and actually looked at the CBDC platform link, the original video was showing XRP at the center point of the CBDC and stablecoin transactions, aka being the bridge currency between all of these transactions. I get it, right? This is the private XRP ledger technology, but XRP itself can still be utilized on a private ledger or even a public ledger. It does not matter. I've talked about this multiple times in the past as well. But from this, we also saw the announcement that XRP is not a security, and this was in court, right? And from this announcement, we saw Ripple join the BIS on their cross-border payments task force, aka the CPMI group. Now, with that in mind, right? Why am I bringing all of this back up, right? Well, you had May, followed by July, followed by August, only a few months out. But then we also got this. Just recently, April 4th, the stablecoin market is booming. We're launching our own stablecoin, one-to-one, pegged to the US dollar on the XRP ledger and Ethereum. Now, this was April 4th. Guys, April 9th, we get an announcement from the BIS. Due to the potential of stablecoins to be widely used for making payments, many jurisdictions have developed regulatory approaches for issuers of stablecoins pegged to a single fiat currency. Followed by, across jurisdictions, emerging stablecoin regulations strive to achieve a set of common objectives such as ensuring market integrity, consumer protection, and financial stability while enabling innovation in payment systems. And then, also this one. Differences in regulatory requirements may result in inconsistent, uncoordinated oversight of stablecoins across jurisdictions. International cooperation will be critical to shape an effective regulatory environment. Let's go back to the initial viewpoint over here from Ripple, right? This is going to be fully compliant and regulated under, Ripple working with regulators and trying to make this as compliant as possible. It is 100% backed by US dollar deposits, US government bonds, and even cash equivalents. This is fully trusted and reliable in terms of a stablecoin initiative. It is going to be probably positioned as one of the most dominant stablecoins that are in this market at the same exact time that the BIS is now talking about stablecoin regulations, how every single major nation around the world is now moving forward on stablecoin regulations as well, and really kind of accelerating the endeavors behind it. It's very interesting in terms of the timing on all of this, even going all the way back to the CBDC and stablecoin initiative from Ripple, followed by XRP not being a security, followed by Ripple joining the BIS cross-border payments task force for, cross-border payments. And a lot of what we are seeing around stablecoins is fully focused on stablecoins with cross-border payments. Over here, I heard lots of talk about stablecoins and regulations incoming, probably nothing. Big shout to the ISO GOAT here. And here we have correspondent banking payment flow chart. Here we have a few breakdowns of how stablecoins could possibly work, even with, cross-border payments. Again, this is more so just a correspondent banking payment flow chart. But over here, we have digital currencies and cross-border settlements. Again, this talks about DLT being the center point of this in terms of the tech stack. Over here, we have stablecoins for cross-border payments. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency, Ripple XRP, and Stellar Networks' native cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen. Both Ripple and Stellar enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. However, they differ in that Ripple is focused on improving cross-border settlement between international banks, and Stellar is more so focused on servicing the end user and the unbanked population. And again, Ripple enables multinational corporations to settle cross-border payments by transferring XRP through the Ripple network, resulting in on-demand liquidity. And this fully broke down everything behind this. Now, again, as we really look at this, is XRP a stablecoin? No, I do think that they're kind of, categorizing XRP and even XLM in the wrong light here. But I still think that as we look at what Ripple and Stellar are doing, they're fully focused on stablecoins, and XLM and even XRP could very well be that bridge currency or medium of exchange between stablecoins to really allow for ease of settlement between a euro stablecoin and even a US dollar stablecoin and so forth, right? Every single currency, fiat currency, will have its own stablecoin. You need to still be able to settle, US dollar to euro and so forth. But outside of this, right, we also got this video from the BIS. This is actually the BIS Economic Advisor, and this is a big shout out to Subjective Views as well for this video. The singleness of money as outlined by the BIS refers to the principle that all representations of a unit of account should trade at par value, ensuring that there is no doubt about the parity of different forms of money within a monetary system. This concept is central to maintaining a stable and reliable monetary system where the public can trust that the value of their money remains consistent across different forms of money, such as cash, deposits, and other potential new forms like stablecoins. Perhaps there's a bridge currency that emphasizes speed, security, and scalability that could help realize this vision, something that would help transfer value on a unified ledger with near instant low-cost transactions across borders and between different currencies. You seriously cannot make up this wording at all. And like I said, with the BIS having direct connections back to Ripple and openly talking about Ripple on many documents, it's very significant to note this when we are starting to hear these conversations about this unified ledger. We're starting to talk about different forms of money in digital format. And we are also getting stablecoin regulatory movements around the world at the same exact time that Ripple is launching a stablecoin that could very well put it into a dominant position right alongside USDC, because USDC is the only other major regulated stablecoin in this market. A lot of people have problems with USDT, aka Tether, which again, it's for good measure because we know about Tether. We've always known about Tether. It's kind of like it's like a black box, if you will, around a stablecoin. But regardless, I do think that Ripple is in a prime position for this. But listen closely to this video from the BIS Economic Advisor and think about XRP, because it sounds as though they are describing XRP without saying XRP.
You're intending to use. So one of the important points of Thomas's remark was this idea that modern financial systems are this partnership between the central banks and private entities like commercial banks who provide financial services. So there's this division of labor, so to speak, between private and public entities. So do you see that as shifting, both from the perspective of governance of the system and from the perspective of provision of money, and if so, how?
I don't think it's shifting fundamentally, and I think Thomas's remarks were really excellent in highlighting why you need the central bank in the system, even though most of the customer-facing services are provided by the private sector. And that boils down to the singleness of money. And singleness of money means that when I make a payment, the payment goes through exactly at par. It's guaranteed to go through exactly at par, irrespective of the form of payment that you're making. So whether you use cash or whether you go to the bank and order a electronic transfer, or you use an app on your phone, a dollar is a dollar, a euro is a euro, 1 Swiss franc is worth 1 Swiss franc. And that's such a fundamental and familiar idea that we scarcely think about this. But it is important to understand that this is not guaranteed unless you have the central bank there. Now, when I make a bank transfer to you, you don't acquire a claim on my bank. Instead, it's your bank that credits your account. And that's because it's the central bank in the background who debits my bank's account and credits, or other way around, debits your bank's account and actually debits my bank's account and credits your bank's account. Think about also an example where the singleness would not hold. So suppose we have stable coins instead of central bank settlement in the background. So when I then wake up and check my wallet, I would have, instead of $30, I would have 10 red dollars, 10 blue dollars, 10 orange dollars, because every balance will have the name of the issuer attached to that. Now, although the prices will be very close to par, it's not guaranteed to be exactly one. So this is a case where even epsilon is a departure from singleness. And I think to that extent, given the importance of singleness of money, the central bank always has to be there. Exactly how the central bank is there depends on the particular technology you're using. But I think that architecture will be unchanged.
And you know, that last part there, right? It's all going to be on chain, because everything around us is also being tokenized. And again, all of this needs to be able to be settled. That's why when you look at that currency, that bridge currency that has everything tied to it in terms of speed, security, scalability, it's not controlled. It can settle in near instant, low cost transactions, and it has proper liquidity tied to it. And then you also look at the AMM, right? When you are looking at liquidity pools, imagine a liquidity pool for every single fiat currency out there, all tied together, all through stablecoin initiatives. I mean, we are starting to see an entire new monetary system being created through digital formats. And, you know, I don't think that a lot of people actually realize how big of an opportunity this is. I get it, right? Like, everyone's focused on price action. Everyone still thinks that XRP's trash. And that's okay. I'm not here to try to persuade you guys to, you know, believe in XRP or anything like that. I don't care how many people hold XRP. I don't care how many people buy XRP. Nobody's forcing you to hold or buy XRP. Nobody's forcing you to watch XRP videos. If you want to go and look at meme coins, go ahead. I'm sure that there's a ton of YouTubers pushing the meme coins all over, right? I'm sitting here and I'm really looking at what these big players are telling us. The BIS is the central bank of central banks. And whether or not you want to realize that stablecoin initiatives right now are becoming a huge focus point, and tokenization of pretty much everything is already starting as well. It started with US treasuries, and this is only going to morph into a much larger thing. Hey, if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to, you know, look into it, if you don't want to do your research, that's fine. But I'm going to continue to follow the breadcrumbs on where the big money is flowing. And right now, it's tokenization, stablecoins, and ultimately creating this entire new asset class that will power the new financial system that is being created through digital formats. But also outside of this, right, the US. Everyone keeps saying that the US is falling behind. Well, first off, we got an announcement of some new financial hearings. So this is Patrick McHenry. This is a congressman announcing hearings in the subcommittees on national security, illicit finance, and international financial institutions and monetary policy. And if we actually look at this, right? So 801_XRP posted this. He's actually looking into all of the information behind this, as you guys, you know, can see. Again, this saves me a lot of time on just like reading the entire thing. We have faster and faster. We will start to see stablecoin regulations move, especially since it's national security risk to our financial system. Patrick McHenry announces hearings, Financial Service Committee hearing notice, subcommittees on national security, illicit finance, international financial institutions and monetary policy. Mark your calendars, April 16th. Guys, this is what we are watching for, because at the same exact time that we're starting to hear a lot of discussions around stablecoin initiatives, stablecoin regulations, we're also getting those major regulations and mandates put on EU banks to have instant settlement or real-time payments. This is so crucial to focus on, because this means a lot for a lot of these altcoins in the space that are being pioneered to move money as fast as possible. Ripple and XRP are at the forefront of this. Stellar and XLM are also at the forefront of this. It's a big deal. Again, focus on what actually matters right now. I get it, right? We all want to make money. But the largest amount of money that will be made is by focusing on the big breadcrumbs. The infrastructure that is being put in place, regulations, standardization, it is the biggest obstacle to implementation. So we get them, and the next phase is implementing and going live and utilization of this technology. And that's what we're waiting for. But again, I don't think that this is, a coincidence that, Ripple's launching all of this stuff. XRP is getting cleared as not a security. They joined the BIS CPMI group at the same exact time, by the way, that they're still in the middle of a lawsuit with the SEC. Remember, their institutional sales are still up in question. But wait, they're joining the central bank of central banks in terms of their CPMI group with names like Swift on here, MasterCard, very large names like, even cross-border interbank payment system. Come on. You can't make this stuff up. Like I said, the SEC lawsuit, it's just nonsense. It's nonsense to make you focus on the fact that, XRP might be a security, XRP might be this. Ripple's still in the middle of that lawsuit, so I'm just gonna avoid Ripple at all costs. Like, it's all nonsense. Focus on what's actually happening here. Like, we're starting to see Ripple launch a stablecoin now that could very well put it into a dominant position above even USDC, because remember how strong Ripple is with all the connections. At the same exact time that the BIS now is pushing stablecoin regulations and awareness. Also, guess what? Stablecoin regulations have been in discussions for over almost 2 years now globally. They have been planning this for a very long time. Guys, I think that we are getting very, very close to that end goal. All we have to wait for is regulations and standardization. That's it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join for Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.